ado, let's start our question and answer. The first question will come from Jerry Donato of Philippine Star. Hi, Jerry.
Hi, Miss Angel. Hi, Kuya Kim.
Hi, Jerry.
Yes, hi. Congratulations. Okay, yun there. Start my video. Okay, congratulations, Kuya Kim. Kasi Kuya Kim, pinakilala ka kagabi as idol as opa ng bayan, and ang idol na laging may bagong kaalaman. Can you please elaborate on that? On what are we going to expect sa anong programa at anong mga content ang mauugnay sa iyo na may kinalaman dito?
Ang matawag na kuya to begin with ay isang isang malaking karangalan na mayroong pressure na kasama kasi ang kuya palaging dapat nasa tama yan. At ang pinanggalingan ko kasi for the past 17 years, ang pinalitan ko dun sa kabilang istasyon ay si Ka Ernie Baron, who is the walking encyclopedia. So ang tingin sa akin ng maraming tao ngayon, ako na ngayon ang bagong walking encyclopedia. Na ito naman ang aking dinadala dito sa aking bagong tahanan na opa ng kaalaman o pinaka-idolo when it comes to information. May kasamang pressure yan. Ang pressure dyan na hindi ako pwede magkamali. Dapat ang lahat ng sabihin ko. Naniniwala ang mga bata, naniniwala ang maraming mga tao na pag sinabi ni Kuya Kim, tama yan. So, yun yung opa ng kaalaman, no? And I just have to do my best to be as correct I can every time I speak and every time I open my mouth, no? Yun, medyo Korean version lamang. Pag sinabi mo kasing
Opa.
Parang crush, may halong romantic feeling dahil yan ang iniidolo ng mga kababaihan ko, sobrang gwapo, parang gano'n. So, mas maganda yung sa akin dito dahil ibig sabihin si Kim wala namang pangit di ba? So, kaalaman. Korean version. Kuya, encyclopedia, yun lamang yun. I take with what learned and what my experience here being the Kuya Kim walking yan, yun.
Kasi di ba yung like what you've mentioned, Kuya Kim, di ba? So medyo delicate yung trabaho because you are presenting facts, and definitely those facts should be verifiable. In doing so, do you have a team to give you support in doing this, or ikaw lang? Is this gonna be a one-man show like what you did before?
There are times when it's spontaneous, like ngayon kung sasagutin kita spontaneous, wala naman team. But of course I have shows, and these shows have people that I have support naman, no? I would be lying if I say that all the facts naman come from me. Of course I have some people who will be supporting me. Yeah. Pero kung mag-uusap tayo at magkakwentuhan tayo, marami akong makakwento sa'yo na walang stuff. The shows naman have a support team behind me, of course.
So are you ready for a very busy week for you? Because parang mag-ano ka, di ba? Magsha-shuttle ka, di ba? Between entertainment and news and public affairs, content or programs.
Alam mo, that's something that I'm really excited to do. Because I was telling Anessa kanina, it came at a time in my life when I want to be busy. I really want to be busy, and I want to be doing a lot of things, and my purpose is television. I've known early on that my purpose is television. My passion is television, and I'd like to be able to be on television as much as I could. And GMA 7 has given me that opportunity to be able to pursue that purpose and that passion, which is to be the kuya of television. I'm excited. I really am excited.
Thank you, Kuya Kim. God bless.
God bless. Thank you.
God bless. Thank you.
Thank you, Jerry. Our next set of questions will come from Robert Riquentina of Manila Bulletin.
Magandang hapon po. Hi, Angel. Hello, Kuya Kim.
Hi, Robert. Nandiyan ka sa lobby ng Bulletin. Masarap ang kape dyan Masarap ang kape dyan.
Sir, Kuya Kim, first question. So, wala po bang mangyayaring rebranding? Like, talagang i-retain mo yung kuya na name? Like, hindi ka ba tatawagin na Mr. Kim para Korean peg naman ang dating? Something like that. So, walang rebranding.
Yung kuya kasi yan Pag tinawag mo ako ng ibang pangalan, maninibago ang tao eh. Pag tinawag mo ako ng Mr. Kim, parang Korean restaurant ang dating. Pag tinawag mo ako ng Kim lang, para namang parang Korean actor ang dating. Kinasanayan na ng tao yung kuya eh. And there's yan, kumbaga, hindi basta tinatawag ng kuya eh. Ang matawag ka ng kuya, you earn it eh. Alam mo yun? Yung natawag ako ng kuya at dumikit, ay naku, yun, talagang blessing ni Lord yun. Talagang hindi ko makakalimutan yun. And of course, I would love to be called kuya still, no? Kahit tatay ko, kuya ang tawag sa akin eh. Kuya Kim ang tawag sa akin. Kahit lolo ko, kuya ang tawag sa akin. Dahil kinasanayan. Hindi naman siguro kailangan baguhin. As far as repackaging, and as far as maybe tweaking the image, of course, the creatives of the station will be able to do that. Siyempre, dapat ibang Kuya Kim naman ang makita nila dito. And I'm sure that they have plans, and I'm sure the plans will be exciting and will be good. But the essence will be the same. The essence is the old Kuya Kim that you know, but 2.0, rebranded and repackaged and on steroids, kumbaga.
Okay. Based sa video kanina, mukhang matagal mo nang kaibigan sila Marian and Ding Dong. So share yung bonding moments nyo. And sino pa yung mga kapuso celebrities na naging close mo na matagal mo?
I'm very close to Ding Dong dahil unang-una kumpare ako ng ninong ako ng anak niya. But more than that, when about siguro mga 7 or 8 years ago when he wanted to get into fitness, tumaba si Dong noon eh. And he wanted to run. Sabi ko, Dong, sumama ka sa akin, tumakbo tayo. Dong then was only kumbaga acquaintance, no?
Okay.
Pero because we were running together every day, we were running 4 days a week, we would cycle 3 days a week, and then he became a triathlete. He joined my triathlon team ka. Yun yung kinukwento niya kanina eh. So we were able to compete so many times, a few times half Ironman in Cebu, half Ironman in Subic, and then we actually before the pandemic, Dong and I were able to run the Berlin Marathon, 42 kilometers sa Berlin, one of the most prestigious marathons in the world.
Okay.
And then a big part of his, he made me join naman his motorcycling group, yung Euro Monkeys. Sama namin si Richard Gutierrez doon, tsaka si Dominic Roque. Motor naman yun. At nag-aaral naman kami paano kumarera sa motor sa pamamagitan ng California Superbike School na pag-aari ng Euro Monkeys din. So, ayan. And then, our wives became close to each other also. Si Marian likes Feli very, very much eh. We have dinners together, and then nung kinasal si Vicky Bello, ilang years ago, about 3 years ago, sabay kami pumunta sa France at naging very close si Marian sa Mrs. ko kay Feli. And since that time onwards, naging magkasundo sila and they like each other. They hang out together. Yeah.
Oh.
Meron pa ako ibang kapusong kaibigan pala. Sorry ha, I forgot about Drew and Iya. Si Drew kasama ko siya sa sports. Kasama ko rin siya sa endurance sports, kasama ko rin sa Ironman triathlon. Doon ko naman siya nakilala. That was about 10 years ago also. And then we were racing together. But the highlight of our racing, I remember, si Drew at ako, pumunta kami sa Kona. Kona is the parang Olympics of triathlon, of Ironman. And Drew and I competed in Kona together. And then he got married to Iya. At naging ninong ako ng kasal nila. Yan. So I'm very close to Drew and Iya and Dong and Yan. Dito sa Kapuso Network. At sa mga executives din, marami akong mga kaibigan din. Itong kausap natin ngayon, si Angel, kaklase ko ng college. Kabarkada ko ng college. At marami pang maraming iba.
Okay, congratulations Kuya Kim and kay Kim's Angel.
Po. Na-meet niyo na ho ba si Mang Tani? Kasi syempre Mang Tani also has a following in GMA. In GMA, and na-meet niyo na ba siya? Nakapag-exchange na ba kayo ng pleasantries and all that? Yeah, I think I don't know if you're having trouble with audio ba? Kasi medyo putol-putol nga po yung sagot niyo kanina, Kuya Kim. But I think we got the gist.
Ito, inaayos lang. Okay na tayo.
Okay, we can't hear. Well, I don't know if it's my internet, but medyo hirap po kami marinig. Nagpuputol-putol po kayo. Anyway, na-meet nyo na po ba si...
Ako.
Yeah.
Mang Tani? Ay nako, hindi lang na-meet si Mang Tani. Mang Tani was my mentor. When he was in Pag-asa, and he was a spokesperson and the head meteorologist in Pag-asa, and I was a beginner in ABS-CBN. It was my first year as GMA 7, as ABS-CBN news weather anchor. Ang puntahan ko palagi sa Pag-asa was Mang Tani. And even if walang bagyo, I used to visit Mang Tani and I used to teach him, Mang Tani, ano po ba itong precipitation? Ano po ba itong intertropical convergence zone? Paano po ba nabubuo ang low pressure area? And he would give me one-on-one lessons.
Mhm.
He was my mentor in Pag-asa when before I became a weatherman. And funny nga, because the other day we were both trending on the internet, Kuya Kim and Mang Tani, kasi pinaglalaban kami, sabi papalitan ko raw, etc., etc. How can I replace my mentor, no? He taught me my weather, and I look up to him, and to be able to work with him, for me, is an honor.
Yeah.
Walang ganon. Gawa-gawa lang ng mga netizens.
Great to know. Yeah.
But he was my mentor.
Oh, okay. That's so interesting. I don't think that's something new that personally ngayon ko lang po yun nalaman, and we look forward na baka makita namin kayo ni Mang Tani nag-exchange ng mga kaalaman nyo. And then lastly, no, I mean, obviously, Kuya Kim nakatatak na yan, and then yung weather lang is tatak na rin sa'yo na sinasabi mo at the end of your reporting. Is that trademark sa kanila or is that trademark naman kay Kuya Kim? Can you bring it with you? Or have you thought of something else to say at the end of the report?
That's another good question, because that was talked about in my old company about 7 years ago. Because I had an endorsement that used weather lang. And then it was finally settled, no? Weather lang is owned by ABS-CBN.
Oh.
Although the history of weather lang, that was popularized by Leo Martinez. Leo Martinez.
Yeah. Sa mga
Leo Martinez,
ano
ang mga nasusunod na kabanata.
Mga spoof niya.
Siya si Congressman Manhik Manaog.
Yes.
Buhay ay weather lang. Siya nagpauso niyan eh. And then it was picked up by Erap when he became president. Nung sinabi ni Erap na ang buhay, pag ikaw ay natalo sa politika, pasensya na, buhay ay weather lang. But it was Leo Martinez who popularized that. And then it became my tagline when I started out in ABS-CBN. But the name weather lang is also the name of the segment, the weather segment. So ABS-CBN owns that. May copyright sila dyan. But the Kuya is mine. I can call myself Kuya Kim anytime.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Anyway, we look forward to your next, what do you call that, tagline or slogan? Because the children kasi, like even my kids, they say, Mom, he's the weather guy. Parang ganun kasi ang pagkakilala nila rin sa'yo. So, baka miss na namin marinig, pero I'm sure you'll come up with something catchier. So, Kuya Kim, congratulations again. You seem to fit right at home dyan sa Kapuso Network. Thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you also.
Thank you, Tessa. Okay, our next set of questions will be coming from Erwin Nicavera of Sunstar Bacolod, to be read by our own Cheska Vistal. Cheska?
I'm Miss Angel. So here are the questions sent by Mr. Erwin Nicavera. First of all, how does it feel to be part of the best news and public affairs team of GMA?
It's surreal. I para akong nananaginip na nangyayari ito dahil last month lang, wala sa guni-guni ko ito eh. Wala sa hindi ko naisip ito, at ngayon nandito na ako, at ngayon ay talagang kapuso na at may inaabangan ng mga show at magte-taping na sa susunod na linggo. It's surreal. Isa siyang panaginip na na parang hindi nagaganap, ganoon ang pakiramdam. At I'm just so thankful to the Lord that everything became so smooth and so seamless. Magmula sa pagpapaalam ko sa kabilang istasyon, naging napakaganda ng pagpapaalam ko at napakaganda ng pagka-welcome sa akin. At nakita ko yan kagabi dun sa 24 oras, 7 minuto ng pag-welcome sa akin, as in nanliit ako sa pasasalamat sa ginawang welcome sa akin ng bago kong istasyon. So yun ang pakiramdam ko. I'm full of gratitude. I am full, and I am it's like I'm dreaming. Surreal. Yun ang pakiramdam.
Thank you, Kuya Kim. And his next question is, as mentioned earlier nga po about Mang Tani. What is your reaction on being compared to Mang Tani and sa mga usap-usapan na papalitan mo raw siya?
Hindi ako pwedeng ikumpara kay Mang Tani. Ano yan apples and oranges yan Hindi ako, unang-una, mentor ko si Mang Tani when it comes to weather, kakaiba si Mang Tani dahil bossing ng Pag-asa yan and he was the one who taught me weather when I was doing my weather. Ang kakayanan ni Mang Tani ay hindi ko matutumbasan. Kailangan ko muna mag-aral sa isang universidad at makakuha ng doctorate sa meteorology para mapalapit kay Mang Tani. Ganyan kataas ang tingin ko dyan sa mamang yan. Ang maidudulot ko, ang maibibigay ko naman ay synergistic kay Mang Tani. I'm looking forward to my segment on TV Patrol kasi pwede siya magbigay ng weather na galing sa punto de vista ng isang scientist at pwede naman ako magbigay ng kaalaman na mula naman sa punto de vista ng isang Kuya Kim. Bagay, hindi ba? Hindi dapat paglabanin at hindi magkakalaban kailanman, kundi magsasama at magiging mas malakas together. Yun.
Thank you so much, Kuya Kim. So, yun po yung questions sa sinend ni Mr. Erwin Nicavera. Thank you so much po, Miss Angel.
Thank you, Chess. Our next set of questions will be coming from Nikki Wang of Manila Standard. Hi, Nikki.
Hi, Miss Angel. Thank you.
Hi, Nikki.
Hi, Kuya Kim. Thank you very much. Sabi mo kanina, the feeling was surreal and parang nanliit sa gan, welcome sa'yo ng GMA. But, joining GMA is like starting anew. So, what's the feeling like leaving your former network that had become your home for 17 years and moving to a new network and having this kind of new beginning?
The feeling was like, alam mo yung feeling ng mga OFW pag lumilisan sila sa kanilang pamilya? It doesn't mean na hindi ko na mahal ang dati kong pamilya, but I am stepping into an opportunity that will be so good that it will be a sin not to be able to take that opportunity. Mahal ko sila. 17 years kong nakasama yung mga dati kong kasama And saying goodbye to them was really... if you watch my vlog, you can see what... I vlogged it You can see how sad and how bittersweet everyone was feeling. They were sad to lose me and I was sad to say goodbye to them. But the opportunity that GMA was offering was just so good that it is the right thing to do. It is the right thing to do. And they know that in the other station. That's why they let me go. Because I can grow. I am 54. I've been 17 years in the industry. And this opportunity in GMA 7 makes me feel like 17 years ago, para akong nagsisimula na naman. At ang dami kong pwedeng gawin, ang dami kong pwedeng i-explore, ang dami kong pwedeng project na, alam mo yun? So it's like that. It's like an OFW saying goodbye to his old family for something good. Because it is good and he has to do it because it is good. That's how it felt.
It's nice to know. And also, I would like to piggyback on the question of Robert kanina. He asked you kung sino yung mga kapuso na talagang naging kaibigan mo na in real life. Pero I wanted to know, sino naman yung mga kapuso na gusto mong makatrabaho and what kind of projects na gusto mong gawin with them?
Alam mo, may isang kapuso na I used to be close to dahil ang tatay niya was one of the bodyguards. One of the bodyguards of my dad. Not
Right.
many people know this, no? He was the staff and close-in guard of my dad. He would guard my dad and then he would be, basta siya talagang nakadikit sa tatay ko. Ang pangalan ng taong yon ay si Cesar Bunagan. Si Mang Cesar, ang tawag ko sa kanya. Alam mo kung sino ang anak niya na naging superstar dito sa Kapuso Network? Si Bitoy. Si Bitoy, si Bubblegang, ano bang screaming ni Bitoy? Si Michael V.
Yeah.
So, si Michael V, malalim ang pinagsamahan namin yan dahil sa mga tatay namin. Mang Cesar was my dad's aide. And I remember, Michael V, before he became a star, pagka magkakaroon ng political rally at papakukunin ng tatay ko, si Mang Cesar, kumuha ka nga ng magaling sa sound system. Kinukuha ni Mang Cesar dati, yung anak niya, si Michael V.
Yeah.
Doon ko nakilala una si Michael V. Yung mga trompa, pinaparenta niya yung mga trompa sa mga political campaign. Doon ko siya unang nakilala. At nakita ko nag-mix siya mismo nagtatao doon, etc. Mamaya, nakita ko gumawa na ng kanta. Yung kabaligtaran nung kay Andrew V yun, humanap ka ng maganda. Humanap ka ng maganda. Oh, and then, mamaya nakita ko star na. Sabi ko, ang galing ni Toy Beats. Ang pangalan niya Bitoy eh. Ang galing ni Bitoy. And kung meron akong gustong makatrabaho dito sa GMA 7, si Bitoy. Gusto, sana payagan ako ng news. And I'm sure naalagaan naman ni Bitoy yung pagagawa sa akin dun sa Bubble Gang if ever. Dahil may inaalagaan akong image din at equity dahil galing ako sa news and public affairs eh. Pero gusto ko makatrabaho si Bitoy. At tawan-tawa ako dun sa Bubble Gang niya. Isa siyang henyo eh. Hindi ko akalain na ganun kagaling si Bitoy. When I met him, when we were both kids, malalim ang pinagsamahan namin ni Bitoy.
Thank you, Kuya Kim. Kuya Kim, again, welcome to GMA and thank you for always, surprising us with your your knowledge and the information that you share with the public. Again, thank you very much. Miss Angel, thank you.
Thank you, Nikki. Okay, our next set of questions will be coming from Gary De Guzman of Phil-Am Star USA, to be read again by Cheska.
Hi, Miss Angel. So this is Sir Gary's question. Yes, one question. Kuya Kim, what are the new goals you want to accomplish now that you have become a kapuso?
As far as the goals are concerned, I will take it one day at a time. I just want to glorify my God, and I just like to be the most excellent Kuya Kim I can be, given the opportunities that the station has given me, one day at a time. I cannot say kasi that my goal is to host a game show or to host this show. That will be the final decision of the network. Hindi ko pwedeng pangunahan. But if I am the best Kuya Kim I can be with whatever the station is giving me right now, I know that they'll give me more, and I know that they will develop me into something else, depending on what they see. But my goal is just to be the best Kuya Kim I can be today. And that way, I glorify my God.
Thank you, Kuya Kim. Back to you po, Miss Angel.
Okay, thank you. Our next question will come from Alan Policarpio of The Inquirer.
Hi, Alan.
Hi, Kuya Kim. Good afternoon.
Maganda rito sa Zoom, nakikita natin yung laman ng mga kwarto natin. Yes, Alan.
Can you tell us lang po kung gaano kahirap yung decision? Parang nabanggit nyo kanina, parang last month lang ba? Tama po ba nag-start ang
Yeah,
talks?
less than 1 month, about 3 weeks ago. Yeah. When I finally found my signs, when I in prayer, I saw that God wants me to make a decision. The hardest part was I prayed for courage to be able to tell my bosses who took good care of me in the other station that I was going, that I was leaving. That was the hardest. That was the most in my 17 years in ABS-CBN. Those 3 days, 2 weeks ago, were the hardest that I did, because that was 3 days in a row, and those were 3 bosses that I had to say goodbye to. One was my boss in news. So yung pag-uusap namin, and then the next day was my boss in entertainment and the channel head, and then the last, which was the most difficult, was the president of the channel, Carlo Katigbak, who is a friend, kaibigan ko. So those, ayun ang mahirap, doon ako nahirapan. Ngunit dahil alam ko na dinaan namin sa dasal itong desisyong ito, at malinaw ang mga senyales na binigay sa akin to decide, it was seamless. When it's God's will, it's easy eh. Para kang madulas. Lahat madulas. Lahat madali. Lahat ng sabihin mo, mapasok. If it's not His will, para kang pumapanik ng bundok na merong dalang mga bato-bato sa likod mo. Parang ganun. And it was not like that. The feeling was just so seamless and so smooth. And even the timing is so perfect. Now is the time to do this eh. If I had waited 1 more week, it would have been much more complicated and much more difficult. I cannot tell you why, but you will know in 1 week why. But the timing was just so excellent. Kaya they let me go with their blessing, and they let me go with a lot of love. And they even issued a statement saying how much they valued me and all that. And that really filled my heart with so much love. Parang mahal din naman nila ako at maganda ang pagpapaalam ko. Now, yung pagpasok naman dito, mas madali yun. At talagang that's why I acknowledged Vice President Nessa Balilion because she was the one assigned to help me get in GMA 7, and even that was God ordained. Even that was. It turns out that my manager Noel Ferrer is an old friend of hers. So dalawang kaibigang nag-uusap, alam mo 'yon. Naging madali ang lahat ng bagay dahil will ni Lord. Yun.
Pero with big decisions like these, Kuya Kim, hindi may iwasan na may criticisms or negative reactions sa mga fans. Kasi parang loyalty is a touchy subject pagdating sa mga network fanatics. What can you say?
Alam mo, merong network wars talaga eh. Talagang merong mga diehard na kapamilya at may mga diehard na kapuso na araw-araw, kagabi nga nanonood ako ng 24 oras at sa computer ako nanonood eh. At habang pinapanood ko, nakabukas ang chat room. Naku, walang tigil ang gera sa kapuso at kapamilya at sa mga BBM at sa mga Makaleni at sa mga Makapakyaw. Talagang sabi ko, talagang whatever you do and whatever you say, palaging merong hater eh. Lalong-lalo na sa larangan ng social media, talagang palaging meron. And I take everything. I read everything, ha. I do not shut off my social media. I just read everything, and if it's valid, then maybe I'll learn something. But if it's not valid, then I know it's just a troll, then I just let it pass. Or sometimes I give a piece of trivia to answer the troll para maging nakakatawa lang yung sitwasyon. But the haters will always hate, and it's par for the course for who I am and for what I do. It's expected. I'm good with it.
Parang sa showbiz din talaga. Okay, sorry.
Parang sa showbiz. And I'd like to add also, kasi ang binabato sa aking issue bakit ko iniwanan ng ABS-CBN? Sinabi ko namang hindi ko siya iiwanan. Ang sagot ko dyan, I am not leaving ABS-CBN at its darkest moment. The darkest moment of my former company has passed. They are, believe me, in a few months, they will announce something very beautiful, which I cannot disclose. And it will be good for them. And so I'm leaving them at a time that is good. It's not a time at their darkest. The time at their darkest was last year. And talagang wala. Pero ngayon, magandang mangyayari sa dati kong stasyon. And I'm happy for them.
Siguro weather lang din talaga sa industry natin.
Ngayon ang tamang weather ng pag-goodbye ko at pagpasok ko dito. At talagang eksaktong-eksakto. Kung nahuli ako ng ilang araw, maaaring hindi nangyari.
Okay. Thank you, Kuya Kim, and good luck sa mga upcoming projects to do dito.
Thank you.
Thank you, Alan. Our next set of questions will come from Ace Perez of Sunstar Davao, to be read by Cheska.
Hi, Miss Angel. Questions po ni na Sir Ace and also followed by Neil Bie of the Filipino Times Dubai were already answered po earlier in the discussion. So they're good na po. Maraming salamat po.
Okay, thank you. So our next set of questions will be from Pink Shazon from PEP. Hi, Pink.
Hi, Miss Angel. Hi, Kuya Kim.
Hi! Ang PEP ang pinakamaraming scoop na kuha. Meron kayong sniper sa ibabaw ng building sa kabila.
Hindi naman po, mabilis lang, Kuya Kim. Pero yun po, siguro, actually yung question ko nasagot niyo, natanong na ni Polly, about loyalty. Pero siguro, if you can expound on yung, kasi may concept yun nga, binabato ng mga detractors yung network transfer, parang yung loyalty issue. Paano nyo po siguro mabibigyan ng context yun as compared to yung artista wanting to find his purpose? Yung decision na gano'n, na baka kasi yung iba baka nami-misinterpret nila na very self-focused or self-centered yung gano'n decision.
Ang desisyon ng artista na lumipat ng stasyon, at I'm not talking about myself only, Ano yan ganito, isa kang theater actor. Pag isa kang theater actor, you are doing your purpose and you are at your best when you have an audience. Kung may nanonood sa'yo, kung puno ang teatro, pinakamasarap umarte bilang artista sa teatro, kung puno ang teatro. Kung walang laman sa teatro, kahit anong arte ang gawin mo at kahit anong husay ng acting mo sa teatro, maaari mong gawin, pero hindi yun ang purpose mo Your purpose is to be able to be seen by the most number of people to see what you do and your art. Ganon din kami sa television, ganon din kami sa broadcasting. GMA 7 has given me that opportunity to fulfill my purpose as an artist and as a broadcaster, to be seen by the most number of people at any time. Si Aling Barang sa kanto, yung mga tambay doon sa amin sa Malate, yung mga pedicab driver, na may mga, lahat sila mapapanood ako na naman. And that is my purpose And to be given that opportunity right now is the right thing to do. Yun ang dahilan ng aking paglipat. That makikita na naman ako ng ordinaryong tao. At magandang dahilan yun That is the purpose of broadcasting. That's the purpose of an artist.
Agree naman po, Kuya Kim. Nakausap din namin si Billy yesterday and nabanggit niya na prior to you announcing your decision to leave your former network, nagka-bonding po ata kayo na magkakaibigan at na-share niyo sa kanyang decision niyo.
Si Billy Crawford at saka si Direk Bobet Vidanes. Alam mo, mahilig sa motor yan, dalawang yan So nagmotor kami, pumunta kami ng Tagaytay at nag-almusal kami doon. At sinare ko sa kanila yung aking mga pinagdadaanan. Dahil pinagdadaanan pa lang noon Wala pang final answer noon. At ang advice nila sa akin ay sabi nila, Kim, napakaswerte mo. At dyan sa decision mo at sa papasukin mong stasyon. And he gave me his... Natuwa silang pareho sa akin. Billy, by the way, is my inaanak also. Ako ninong ng bayan Inaanak ko rin sa kasal sila ni Colleen. Because Colleen was with me for 6 years in Showtime and Billy was with me for 6 years as well in Showtime. Nagbanding kami at sinabi nila, wow, yung maalok ka ng Channel 7 ng ganyan, ang laking bagay niyan, Kim. Kung alam mo lang kung gaano kahirap magkaroon ng ganyang break. Si Billy kasi mas veterano sa akin sa larangan ng showbiz yan Mas matagal na yan kaysa sa akin. Batang musmus pa lang kinakandong na ng Kuya Germs sa That's Entertainment Monday to Friday, siya palagi But sabi niya, Kim, that break is just so good. And you have to take it. You really have to take it. He said, yeah, thank you. I will. Yun din na sinabi ni Direk Bobet sa akin. Bagamat ang sitwasyon, ang sirkumstansya ng aming paghihiwalay sa aming former station ay magkaiba, ipakwento niyo lang kay Billy kung paano yung nangyari sa kanya. Happy din naman siya dun sa kanyang desisyon na meron siyang mga show doon sa kabila. Billy is an artist also He wants people to watch him diba? And yun.
Pero clearly, Kuya Kim, even long before this transfer, you've really established relationships with a lot of people na hindi lang naman based sa one network.
Oh yes, that's true. Hindi lang based sa, mahilig ako sa tao I like making friends. And I have a lot of friends, not only in showbiz, not only in ABS, and not only in GMA that I've retained and have become friends. I have friends in the motorcycling world. I have friends in the triathlon world. I have friends in the art world. I have friends in the animal world. Marami akong kaibigan. Mahilig ako sa kaibigan. Mapagkaibigan ako na tao.
Ayun. Last question ko po, sorry, hirit ako. Siguro ano na lang po yung, saan po masasabi nyo, Kuya Kim, kasi very open kayo sa mga opinion nyo about a lot of issues, lalo na kapag may mga trending topic kayo, nagte-trend din yung mismong mga sagot nyo sa mga iba-ibang mga, kahit mga showbiz na chika, ganyan. Kayo po ba, ano pong masasabi nyo, ano pong pinanggagalingan nun, and kayo po ba, na-hurt ba kayo kapag may mga sumasagot sila and feeling nila, alam niyo po, na nakikialam dun sa issue.
Alam mo saan ako pinakasuki sa lahat? Yung social media ko kasi, lalo yung Facebook ko, akala nila, meron akong administrator na tagasagot ng mga tanong doon. Hindi, wala. That's me. All of that, me. And minsan nagugulat ako, nagte-trending yung sagot ko. Oftentimes, it's just to defend a friend or it's just to, minsan nag-trending yung kay Kakay. Kaibigan ko si Kakay kawawa naman Pagka maganda yung babae, okay ma-associate. Si Kakay na pareho ko na hindi maganda, hindi pangit, sakto lang, na-associate dun sa isang artistang foreign, binigyan ng cease and desist order. So I gave my opinion. Malay ko pala magte-trending yung opinion ko na yun. Mga ganyan lang. But there's nothing political about my opinions. Suki ako ng KMJS Facebook page. Pag nagko-comment ako doon, nagiging balita Nakailan na ako doon because I like their topics Magaling ang nag-handle ng Facebook nila But as much as possible, 99% of the time, my comments are not political. I don't like to involve myself in politics. Minsan nadulas ako at may nasabi akong isang political na ipagdasal natin ng ating Pangulo. Nag-trending. At sinabi, DDS daw ako dahil sinabi ko, but you know, that's biblical All I said was to pray for our leaders. And because people were wishing him ill then and people were saying na sana mamatay na ang ating Pangulo, ganyan. I just said that we are to honor our leaders and we are to pray for them. And I just said, it's the Christian way to pray for the president. Ako nag-trending yan. But I was coming from something from scripture. I was not being political. But it became political. Ginamit na So I have to be more careful about statements like that. And that's my commitment also with GMA 7 that I really have to be careful because with a lot of power comes great responsibility. And my social media has become quite may traction ba? May power din. Ingat din sa pag-comment mo yun. Yan. Karamihan naman, 99% naman ng kino-comment ko, trivia At nakakatawang bagay Paminsan-minsan lamang nagtitrend ng gano'n.
Thank you so much, Kuya Kim, and congratulations po sa bago niyong journey. Ang dami niyong patrivia sa press ko na to.
Thank you. Marami pa yan. Gusto mo pa?
Thank you, Pink. Pink, naka-mute ka yata.
Marami pa po ata magtatanong, Kuya Kim kaya sa susunod pa pag may chance po ulit. Thank you, Miss Angel.
Thank you, Pink. Next questions to be read by Cheska will be coming from Ervin Santiago of Bandera, Richard Paglikawan of Lionheart, and Neil Ramos of Tempo. Cheska?
Hi, Miss Angel. So, question po ni Ervin is, sabi niya, Kuya Kim, pakwenta naman po yung tungkol kay Alden Richards na naging sign para lumipat kayo sa GMA.
Ganito yan. That was the day when I first got my message from VP Nessa Valdeleon. And then when I got that message, sabi ko, oops, nako, the opportunity is open. Merong opportunity na pwede sa GMA 7. Tama-tama, meron akong tambayan dito sa merong Pasig. Ang pangalan niya, Caferista Cafe. Ano yan tambayan ng mga nagmomotor. Andun ako, nagsama ko yung motor ko, nagkakape kami sa gilid ng motor ko. I have a friend who's a commercial director and one friend who used to be one officer of marketing at ABS-CBN. Since they were both marketing people, tinanong ko sila, would it be wise to move networks at this point? It's been a year and a half already since the network closed and give me advice. So while they were giving me advice, biglang, and then I told them, I'm praying for a sign from God God has always spoken to me very clearly when it comes to signs Habang sinasabi ko yun at habang nagkukwentuhan kami kung anong mga advice nila, someone called my name. May gym kasi sa ibabaw yung tinatambayan ko Kuya Kim! Lumapit, naka-gym clothes. Paglapit, naka-face mask. Hindi ko makilala kung sino. And then nung malapit na siya, tinanggal niya yung face mask niya. Si Alden. Ang sabi ng dalawang kausap ko, napatahimik sila, sabi nila, Kim, parang sign yata yun. Sabi ko, nga, no? Pinag-uusapan natin ng GMA 7, ang paglipat, biglang one of the biggest stars of GMA 7 comes and calls my name. Hindi naman pumupunta si Alden doon kahit kailan Bihirang-bihira. Siguro never siya nakita ron. Bigla na lamang nandun si Alden. Pumasok sa kotse niya, nagpaalam, pinakilala ko doon sa dalawang kausap ko. So that was one of the signs actually. Yun. Among many others.
Thank you, Kuya Kim. Ito naman po ang mga tanong from Lionheart TV, from Richard Paglikawan. sabi ni Richard, not everyone was given this kind of treatment from your farewell and welcome dito sa GMA. Ano sa palagay mo yung na-build mo from the past to deserve this?
You know, I don't know. I really don't know. And I'm just the one thing that is in my heart now is just gratitude. Parang thank you. Ang TV kasi you lose track of time eh. Ando ko sa loob ng studio, gawa ng trabaho mo, 17 years, gawa ng trabaho ko, trivia, weather trivia, matanglawin, trivia, showtime. Yun ang naging buhay ko for 17 years eh. Hindi ko alam kung anong impact ang nagagawa ko sa mga taong labas na wala sa studio at wala sa industriya. Ngayon sasabihin mo kung ano ang tatanungin mo kung ano ang dahilan, hindi ko alam. And I just feel so thankful that they value me that much. 7 minuto yun eh, kagabi. As in, habang nanonood ako, talagang sabi ko, my gosh, ang mga boss ng GMA nagsalita, ang mga artista ng GMA nagsalita, ginawan pa ako ng segment. Sabi ko, I'm at a loss of words. All I have is gratitude. Pasasalamat lang talaga. Bakit? Hindi ko alam if I deserve it, but maraming salamat.
For the second question naman po ni Sir Richard, there are terminologies, syempre iba-iba rin yung rules ng different networks and sa GMA. Ano yung mga naging adjustments mo ngayon, Kuya Kim, na isa ka na?
Abay, marami. Napaka-ingat ko ngayon dahil hindi ako pwede magsabi na for 17 years, ang bukang bibig ko pala palagi kapamilya. Baka madulas ako, baka sa 24 oras sa isang segment ko. Maraming salamat, kabayan. Baka mapaganon ako kay Buma eh. Alam mo, force of habit eh, di ba? Dahil kinasanayan ko eh. There is a conscious effort all the time. Pag pumasok ako dito sa GMA, na talagang kontrolin ko ang dila ko at isipin ko ang lahat ng dapat kong sabihin. For instance, itong division na nandito si Nessa ngayon, ang tawag dito, News and Public Affairs. Doon sa amin, na ang tawag News and Current Affairs. So yung mga yun, kapamilya, kapuso, ang mga personalities, di ba? Nakasama ko araw-araw. Doon sa, dapat alam mo, ang kasama ko doon, si Patricia Tumulak. Tawag kong Gretchen Fulido bigla yun. Because of habit. But of course, because I'm very conscious, of course, I need to be very conscious also. Pero nakakatawa kung mangyari sa 24 yan at matawag kong kabayan si Buma. I'm sure he'll make a joke out of that and pagtatawanan lamang namin dalawa yun.
Thank you, Kuya Kim. Naalala ko tuloy bigla yung joke ninyo dati doon sa tinapay.
Yes, nag-trending worldwide yung tinapay na yan, anak ng tipaklong. One of my golden moments in the former station. At nangyari pa yan within 2 months bago ako magpaalam. Kaya nga, ang ganda eh.
Yes, talagang lahat ng timing perfect.
Lahat ng timing perfect eh. Oh, pati yung tinapay perfect eh. Oh, totoo yun.
Kuya Kim, next question naman po will be coming from Sir Neil Ramos of Tempo. Ayan, sabi niya, in this season of change in your life, apektado raw ba yung column mo sa Tempo and are you staying with them? Then can you give us a little trivia, a little unknown trivia about yourself?
Yung column ko sa Tempo, wala namang conflict yan sa ginagawa ko dito sa GMA 7, but I have to confer with my bosses also if it's okay. But trivia naman yung I have a column in Tempo eh. Trivia. So, kung walang conflict, then pinayagan ako, of course. I will keep on doing it. I'd like to be visible in all platforms naman, even in print. They say that print is dying, but no. Print is very much alive with the lolos and the lolas. The lolos and the lolas. They're very much alive. With my parents, print pa rin sila. Talagang, so print is alive with a certain sector. Ano yung second na question mo?
Ang question po ni Sir Neil is, can you give us a little unknown
trivia
about
myself?
yourself?
Alam niyo ba na muntik na maging pare? Bagamat nasa resume ko, I graduated from Don Bosco Technical Institute in Makati. Yes, I did graduate from Don Bosco Technical Institute in Makati. But my second year and third year high school, nagpaalam ako sa parents ko because I wanted to be a priest. At nung nagpaalam ako, I remember that was in 1980 to 1982. naiyak ang tatay ko. As in, naiyak ang tatay ko. When I told him, Dad, paano yun, anak? I want to enter the seminary. Nung enter the seminary, I want to be a priest. Papasok ako sa seminaryo. Nakita ko umiyak ang tatay. And then, so I spent 2 years of my life in Don Bosco Junior. That was in Pampanga. And but you know, I lasted for 2 years. And the difficult part in staying is not, di ba, ang pare dapat celibate, di ba? So dapat seminaryan, celibate ka rin. Dapat hindi ka nag-iisip ng sex at dapat hindi ka nag-iisip ng mga ganyan bagay because hindi ganyan ang pare dapat eh. So tinatraining mo ng bata pa lamang. That's so easy to do. I realized that staying pure in thoughts is easy to do. And staying pure is easy to do because you can actually project it to something else. Eh. We were doing a lot of sports. So, football kami ng football doon. Tapos manual labor. Ang pinili ko manual labor doon, yung nagpipiko ko, tsaka nangungulekta ng basura. That's part of training. Eh. So, for 2 years, I did that. But you know what made me leave? Kaya nakaka-relate ako sa tao mahirap eh. It was not the celibacy. It was the hunger. The physical hunger. We were so hungry all the time. And that was part of training. Ang for me, mga brother superiors namin noon were all Italians, fresh from World War II. So, nagdagdaan sila sa hirap ng World War II. At yung training na ginawa sa kanila noong 1950s, yun ang ginawa sa aming mga bata sa Don Bosco Junior. So, ang pagkain namin, rasyon. I was a 14, 15-year-old kid and I was eating ration food na sobrang konti. I was so hungry, I'd wake up in the morning, ang una kong nasa isip, pagkain. Buong araw wala ko iniisip kundi pagkain. Pagtulog ko sa gabi, ang nasa isip ko pagkain. Unang binisita ko ng magulang ko, about 3 months after pumasok ako, nakita na mamayat ako para akong holocaust, para akong umiyak ang nanay ko nung nakita ko sa sobrang payat ko. And then, ang pagkain doon, pag binigyan ka ng parents mo ng pagkain, kinakailangan ubusin mo within 1 day, o ipamigay mo sa lahat ng kasama mo, tapos wala na ulit. Balik ka na naman doon sa rationing. The reason I left the seminary was because of physical hunger. Yun lang, ganun kasimple. So yung mga taong nagugutom ngayon sa mga depressed areas, alam ko yung feeling ng gutom. Ang hirap nun. Paggising mo sa umaga, yun ang iniisip mo pagkain. Pagtulog mo sa gabi, iniisip mo pagkain. Yung sex, madali lang yun. Pwede mo ipagpag yun, i-ano mo lang yun, mag-football ka, mag-sports ka, matatanggal sa utak mo yan eh. But yun ang trivia tungkol sa akin. So I left the seminary when I was third year high school. Then I studied 4th year high school in Don Bosco, and I graduated my high school in Don Bosco Academy. But I was going to be a Catholic priest. Now I'm a born-again Christian. So Christian still, but I was going to be a priest.
Yes, and through your run evangelism, no, and you also get to share the word, di ba?
You get to follow my run evangelism. Thank you.
Yes.
There'll be something new because I have run evangelism, I have bike evangelism. Now there'll be swim evangelism. O, paano ko gagawin yan? Isipin niyo kung paano. Meron na yun.
Yes, Kim is also a biker eh. That's why she
yun.
Miss Angel. Nakakahiya, Kuya Kim.
I'm an avid cyclist. Yeah.
Yes, I really see your bike vlogs, Kuya Kim. Ayan, Kuya Kim, this is another set of questions naman po from Roldan Castro. His question is, magre-request ka ba ng educational show sa Kapuso Management gaya ng show mo dati na nagkaroon ng awards?
Well, if they will give me one, then I'll be very happy. But right now, I'm very happy with what they're giving me, and my plate is quite full. But if ever they offer that, oh my gosh, that will be so good. But of course, there's already Drew Arellano doing AHA, there's Born to be Wild. But alam mo, wala namang cap sa knowledge eh. There can always be one more. If they decide to give that to me, then but I leave it all up to them. They know what's good for my equity and for my image, and they know what's good for me. So, bahala ng management. I'm with my family, and my family knows what's good for me.
Yeah. Thank you, Kuya Kim. And
pero I'd like to, yung Panglawin, it won all the awards that has won. Yung show na yun.
Hopefully dito, madagdagan palalo. Talaga. And then, second question ni Roldan is, ano sa palagay mo ang meron ka kaya buong puso kang tinanggap ng GMA? Ano ang nakita nila sa'yo na nagkaroon sila ng interest?
Hirap sagutin na. Kasi in terms of looks, Si Kuya Kim, hindi pangit, hindi gwapo. O sakto lang. Eh, ang mga sakto, uso-uso naman sa TV ngayon eh. Dati-dati noong 1980s, kinakailangan maging agamula ka o kaya Richard Gomez ka, sobrang gwapo mo para matanggap ka sa TV eh. Ngayon, kita mo naman kami ni Igan, ako, si Mike Enriquez, uso kami, di ba? Because of substance. And then definitely, it's not because of looks. It's because of substance. It's because of your content. It's because of what you say. It's never about me. It's never about how I look or how I act. It's about what I remember back when I was starting out, 17 years ago, I remember telling this to Noel, my manager. Sabi ko, dapat everything that comes out of my mouth on television, be it in a funny way or in a serious way, should be of value. People should be able to get something from what I say. And I've stuck to that rule from the very start. Maybe the bosses of GMA saw that. I would never say anything that's just wala lang. So it's not about me, but it's about what I say and what I do, and the content that I dish out. When I start thinking that it's about me, then that's the beginning of my downfall. That's the beginning when Kuya Kim will become obscure.
Thank you, Kuya Kim. And the last question po for today's media conference will be coming from Ms. Salve Asis.
Salve, nandiyan si Salve?
I believe she's, I'm just not sure if she's here, but she sent us her questions.
Salve was in my first MediaCon when I was new in the other station. Nandun din si Salve. Ganyan nakatagal si Salve sa industriya. Anyway, go. Yeah, what's the question?
Ms. Salve is asking po, ilang shows daw ang gagawin ninyo ngayon sa GMA and alin ang uunahin? At kailan nyo raw natanggap ang offer?
I can say this already openly because sinabi na kagabi sa 24 eh. The 3 shows that immediately I will do are one from entertainment, which is Mars Pamor. Hindi ako Mars, pero Pamor ako. At ang pangalawa naman, it's a new newscast, no? Pero focusing on information, features, live news ito. Sa GTV, ang title nito ay Dapat Alam Mo. I'll be with Patricia Tumulak and Emil Sumangil. Daily yan, Monday to Friday. And then a segment in 24 Oras. So immediately, that's the 3 things that I will do. And I will start soon. I know that I will have another MediaCon for the coming shows in the days to come. So just listen na lang to what they will say dun sa MediaCon, kung kailan magsisimula yan, etc. But all I can say is yung dapat alam mo, yan, light news yan. Hindi yan masyadong mabigat. Magaang yan. At kasama ko yung 2 veteranong GMA reporters and anchors.
Thank you so much, Kuya Kim. Back to you, Miss Angel.
Thank you, Cheska, and thank you everyone for all your questions. So we'd like to thank all of you for joining us today. Before we end the MediaCon, we would like to ask Kuya Kim to say a few words to our friends from the press.
To all my friends from the press, first of all, I'd like to thank you for being here. Kuya Kim has become Kuya Kim not because of me. It's because of it takes a whole village to create what I have become. And the press is part of that village. You've been writing so many good things about me through the years. Very seldom have negative things been written about me. And I thank you for that. Maraming salamat sa suporta at sa pagkaibigan at sa pagsusulat tungkol sa akin. Kaya ako naging ganito ay dahil sa inyo. Maraming salamat doon. At para sa mga miyembro naman ng Philippine Movie Press Club, na miyembro din ng marami naman sa inyo, maraming salamat din. Kasi kada taon na lamang binigyan niyo ako ng award. Ang dami ko ng award sa bahay. But again, it takes a village. And I'd like to thank you for all the support. What's happening here in GMA 7 is exciting for me. It's like I'm jumping into a void and I don't know what's going to happen, but I know it's going to be good. And you are part of that journey. This is not even my first day, but it's one of the first steps. And it's historical because kasama kayo. This is my first ever MediaCon of the many MediaCons that I'll be doing in this station. And you are part of it. And thank you for being part of it. Maraming salamat.
Thank you, Kuya Kim. So, thank you sa mga kapuso natin. Keep safe. God bless all of you. You wanna end it, Kuya Kim? Kim Samnida, sabi mo nga, yung ganun mo.
Sa bawat pagsubok ng panahon, lagi nating tatandaan, ang buhay ay puso-puso. Akala nyo, sasabihin ko. Wala pa akong tagline. Wala pa. Iniisip pa ni Nessa ko ano yung tagline ko. Maraming salamat. Ito po si Kuya Kim, nagsasabing, Kim Sanmida.
Yay! Thank you. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.